Hi, it's Jackie Jones here, and I just wanted to do a quick video about something. I was watching something on Facebook this morning, and something just suddenly occurred to me, which is what generally happens when I'm perusing on Facebook. And it was about gym. There's lots of podcasts and live things about going to the gym and eating healthily and all those sort of things. And it just really interested me that my son, both sons, my eldest and my youngest, have had gym memberships and continue to have gym memberships. And they go religiously 3 times a week and they enjoy it. And that's absolutely wonderful. And it suddenly occurred to me that people are often different with the thinking around physical health and mental health. And I have clients that come to me. I am qualified in hypnotherapy, although I have found that I don't do it anymore, and that's because my experience of it, and it is only my experience because that's all I can talk about, is that people want a magic pill, and they kind of put the onus on the hypnotherapist to fix them without putting any effort into it. And I would imagine that there are some hypnotherapists out there, very good hypnotherapists, that do that. I personally, it contradicted my psychotherapy background, where my thoughts and feelings about that are that you need to be invested in your own well-being, and that there isn't a magic pill for things. So yeah, I don't do it that often. And going back to the gym membership, people don't think twice about joining a membership for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. Long term, go jogging twice a week, go to the gym 3 times a week, go swimming, Pilates classes, all these things to enhance and better their physical health. But yeah, when we talk about maybe long-term therapy, it's sometimes frowned upon as in, aren't you fixed yet? The first thing is that I believe that we're never broken, so we don't need fixing. I'm very much of the mindset that people come to therapy because life's thrown them a curveball for whatever reason. That's what happens. We're all human and we all experience different things in our childhood and relationships and work and various things. So people come for different reasons. So yeah, I'm very much an I'm okay, you're okay person. I don't take on the responsibility of fixing my clients because I don't believe that my clients are broken and that they need fixing. So it's interesting to me how physical health and mental health are seen very differently. And I might be wrong in saying this, but I would imagine there's a lot of people that wouldn't think about having a yearly membership to see a therapist. That there would be a point at some time where they think, that's it, done, need to stop. Which is absolutely fine. I've had clients that come to me long term. I've had clients that come to me for a one-off. They've got something going on and they just need to explore it in one session, and that's fine, and they go away. They might come back again if something else happens. It's personal choice, a lot of this. But it's just the comparison between the two and how much money, emphasis, time, how many groups there are out there, how many different classes we can attend, and how many gyms and all those sorts of things on the physical side of it. But the mental side of it, there's often stigma about going to see somebody. One of the reasons why I call myself a psychotherapist and a coach is because people can say they're going to a life coach, and that seems to be more acceptable than if they say I go to see a psychotherapist or a counsellor or something like that. So there's that side of things. The other side of things, top athletes. There was something on the Winter Olympics way back that I was watching, and it was tobogganing. And I was listening to this woman and I was enthralled and really interested. And she was talking about muscle memory. And it kind of piqued my interest that she was stood there and she was kind of had her eyes closed and she was doing all this business. And it was literally like her body had memorised what it needed to do and when it needed to do it on the toboggan course as it was going down. And she could literally memorise every bend, every corner, every, where she needed to go forward or backwards or left or right. And her muscles remembered the sequence of what it needed to do. And it got me thinking then, and it just for some reason popped back in my mind about do we have mental health muscle memory? And I think to a certain extent we do. Life happens. Life throws us a curveball, and we have no control over external events, what people say or do. Illness, losing a job, all these sorts of things, they're often outside of our control. What is in our control is our thoughts around that external event. And I, like everybody, get triggered, get drawn in, respond and react. Sometimes it feels like a reflex, it feels instant. Something happens, somebody says something, and within a split second, I'm rubber banded back to a place where often it was, left me feeling negative or whatever it is. The more I experience insights, the more I learn that my thoughts create my feelings that then I act on. It's kind of like muscle memory, in that I still get sucked in. I often talk about an escalator, that our state of mind is like an escalator. We get on it, we go up, everything's brilliant, everything's fantastic, we make brilliant decisions. We're at the bottom and it's not very good. Lately I've even got off the escalator and I've had a wander around and wallowed in my self-pity, and just needed to do that for a while before I was even ready to get back on the escalator to go back up with my state of mind. But my mental health muscle memory triggers now. It clicks in. I know when I'm doing it and what I'm doing. So those feelings of helplessness, those feelings of being triggered, don't stick around as long as what they used to do. So I've kind of associated that or connected that with a muscle memory that an athlete might connect a muscle memory to. So I just wanted to share that with you. The other thing is that when we go to the gym, I'm saying we go to the gym, I don't go to the gym. The only time I ever went to the gym was to support my daughter when she was training for a basic training in the RAF. And I was there for just moral support. Yay! Had my gym kit on, but didn't really do an awful lot. So I when I say we go to the gym, and we have a set routine. Sometimes we've got a personal coach that lays that out for us, that has a training plan, an eating plan. But I don't know what you do in a gym. You do warm-ups, and then you might do weights, and then you might do the treadmill or the bicycle, and it's very repetitive. 5 minutes on this, 10 minutes on that, then you do a cool down, then you do this, and then you do that. And it's the same thing over and over that again builds that muscle memory. If you went to a therapy session and you did the same thing all the time, how would that be for you? What would you think? Would you think, I know that. I've heard it before and I know it. I don't need to hear it again. There is some scientific mumbo jumbo around. We need to hear something, I think it's 7 times before we actually take it on board. So when I talk about our thoughts create our feelings that then we act on, and I keep saying it over and over again, you hear the words, you get it, you understand it, I hope. But then it goes down a deeper level and we understand it a little bit more and we hear it a little bit different, and we might get insights that that's what it means, that's what it is. I get triggered, I get pulled into something where I don't feel that good, but it's my thoughts about something that are creating the feelings that I then act on. So that's interesting as well, that again physically you will go to the gym and repeat the same things over and over and over and over and over and over again, with the belief that it is benefiting you, which is absolutely fantastic because it is benefiting you. But why do we not think the same way around mental health, and that if we go over the same ground we would get different learning or a different experience or take something differently from it? So yeah, those are just a few of my musings again, and something that popped up when I was perusing around Facebook this morning. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you've got any questions, don't forget that you can pop me a direct message or you can email me at Jackie Jones Coaching. And I shall be back very, very shortly and speak to you soon. Take care. Have a good weekend.